Hello everyone, welcome back to Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to be doing the mid-September love check-in or update for the sign of Gemini. Alright Gemini, we're going to get right into it. My lovely air sign, you deserve love. That's the first one out. Beautiful. Always a good card to have. And romantic feelings. So your feelings are worth exploring this week. Nice energy. And of course this mid-September love check-in is really, it's more to do with a check-in about the energies you and your lover are having right now. Alright, let me just get this straight. Here we go. Alright, and so it's not so much a forecast, right? It's just more like where you guys are at in this middle September period. If you want to check out the full forecast, you can go to the description. At the top of the description, there's a link to the monthly love reading. And that's more of an outlook on, you know, some of the events that may happen or some of the, you know, actual dynamics throughout the month. Here we're just checking out where you guys are at. Now we're pulling out your animal spirits, one for you and your person. You can resonate with both or neither of them. Whale energy, beautiful. Water energy, very deep, strong, supportive, spiritually and emotionally supportive energy, the whale, very nice. And dolphin, wow. So here we have a lot of water, Gemini. Interesting, a lot of water, a lot of healing, a lot of spiritual support and emotional support. Certainly with you deserve love and romantic feelings. But let's just take a quick look at these animal spirits before we go on. The whale. The whale is another one of these ancient animals that has been around forever. The whale, when we talk about whale energy, which of course is element of water, we're talking about an animal that is able to go very deep in the water, right? And so this is an indication of the type of animal spirit we're dealing with here, right? What does the whale animal spirit bring? It brings with it, a sense of profound peace and wisdom, especially when you're going into deeper levels, deeper emotional levels, levels that can be difficult, right? Levels, emotional levels that can be hard to face, right? So the whale represents a profound sense of emotional health and stability. And so when the whale comes in, it's at times you may be dealing with a family tragedy or healing family wounds. You may be dealing with it at a very emotional stage in your life. You may be dealing with a divorce. You may be dealing with something to do with children or friends. These are moments in our lives that are very taxing on our heart chakra, right? On our emotional well-being. And so the whale comes in to buoy us up. The whale energy comes in to support us, to provide us with wisdom that gives us a sense of peace, a sense of feeling that we will get through this very difficult time. Certainly an ability, the whale comes in to give stability and to give strength and a depth that is extremely rare, okay? This could be a person, it could be a side of yourself, an energy that's boiling up inside of you. This could be an individual in your life who provides this kind of support for you. Or you could simply be awakening, like I said, this energy in yourself that's kind of your own sort of sense of strength and stability that's kind of carrying you through a difficult situation. Then we have dolphin energy, also a water element, but the dolphin is more about healing. So whereas the whale is about providing stability and strength, with the dolphin we see a healing aspect. We see an ability to actually now purge With the whale, it's kind of just the support of going through the experience, right? You have the experience and you don't want to be completely overwrought. You don't want to be completely like in tears, right? An emotional cripple, as it were, right? And so the whale comes in to support you in that way. The dolphin is quite different. The dolphin is more to do with blessings and healing. The dolphin comes in to provide light, intelligence, to a situation, right? The gifts of the dolphin are beyond the human mind that can grasp. We still don't even understand how they communicate completely. Dolphin personalities are drawn to the healing arts. So these are going to be individuals who are healers at heart. They could be doctors, they could be nurses, they could be Reiki masters, they could be massage therapists, they could be counselors or therapists. Anybody who works in some field that helps to heal you on some level or another. Okay? The dolphin plays a very important part in the wheel of karma, because coming into contact with dolphin energy, people can change the course of your day. They have a very strong magical presence that is very sort of impactful. So when you come across these individuals, the whole course of your day can change, the whole course of your week or your outlook in a particular situation. And again, this is this deep level of healing that the dolphin can bring, all right? So take it as it resonates, of course. You may, this may describe your situation or not at all, right? So, of course, we understand that these readings can't possibly be for everyone. All right, my lovely Gemini. But these are two really beautiful animal spirits to have in your life right now, I must say. And so if you are resonating with this kind of energy, please enjoy it. You know, this is a very healing time. You may, like I said, be going through a lot of emotional turmoil. It may not even be emotional turmoil. When we talk about you deserve love and romantic feelings, it could just be that your emotional feelings right now in this love connection are very deep. They may be too much to handle, right? So again, it's not always indicative of a trauma. Sometimes it's just intense. Sometimes we just have intense emotions, right? And we still need stability to get through it. All right, let's pull out your cards, Gemini. Your person is resonating with the Hermit. You are resonating with the Emperor. That's Virgo and Aries energy. Interesting. So we have Earth and Fire. How do they see you? They see you as the Hanged Man. Wow. And you see them as Temperance. Interesting. Temperance, of course, is Sagittarius energy. How do they see the relationship? King of Pentacles. And how do you see the relationship? Five of Pentacles. Wow, 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 wow. Bottom of the deck we have Judgment. Okay. All right. So this is where the healing comes in, right? This is where the need for the whale comes in. This is all very heavy emotional shit. And we're going to get right into it. Your person is resonating with Virgo energy. You're resonating with Emperor. This is quite interesting because the Virgo Hermit energy has a desire to be alone, to be solitary. Yet the Aries energy has a desire, or the Emperor energy has a desire to conquer, right? To acquire, to conquer, to chase. The Emperor chases, just much like an Aries chases. Why? For stability. To create stability. He is a driving force. The Emperor is a fiery energy, a potent forward energy. Yet the Hermit is a hidden energy. The Hermit is a solitary energy. I'd rather do this alone. I don't want to be coveted right now, right? I'm on a path, and I don't need any distractions. It's very interesting that this would be a love connection. Now it could, let's get deeper into it, even though this is just now, like I said, this is a look into the vibe, okay? So this doesn't mean you guys aren't together or this is impacting somehow in a negative way, right? And I felt intuitively to say this when I was mentioning the whale and the dolphin, because this can just be where you two are right now. You, Gemini, you may be resonating with Emperor energy in the sense that, yes, this is where you are with your life right now. This is not to necessarily say that you feel like you need to impose this on your person, right? Because your person, you guys may be together, but your person is necessarily on their own spiritual path at the same time. How do you guys see each other? Well, your person sees you as being quite stuck, and you see them as temperance. So it could be very much, Gemini, that you understand a little bit of your nature, right? You understand that you can be a little bit overbearing, a little bit fiery, you know, a little bit opinionated, as an emperor would be. This is not necessarily a negative, but this is an outward sort of energy, right? Well, if your person is seeing you as hanged man and you're seeing them as temperance, then there is an understanding here, from your point of view, Gemini, that you realize your person is putting up with you, right? You realize your person is exercising a lot of temperance, a lot of understanding. And I don't mean putting up with you in a negative sense, but you're feeling this way. They see you as being quite stuck, though, right? It could be that you guys are simply at odds to a certain degree with how you see life. And there's a judgment here. We have judgment at the bottom of the deck, which indicates that there is this undercurrent of guilt somewhere along the line, right? So are you guys, it could be that some of you have been in a phase of maybe putting a lot of guilt trips on each other. Maybe you guys have come into this relationship with your own kind of guilt trips as well, right? Yet something has drawn you to each other. And with whale and dolphin, we're talking about a lot of healing energy. We're talking about a lot of emotional kind of, almost an emotional renaissance. It could very well be that you both are learning. Because interestingly enough, neither one of these, you know, the way you and your person are resonating, neither of them are really of the emotions. The Hermit is a spiritual path, and the Emperor is more of a passionate, fiery, domineering path. Neither of them necessarily are diving deep into their emotions and how they feel. And it could be that this is what's necessary, and you guys are kind of dealing with this. It's quite heavy this month, especially with a predominance of major arcana. We're talking about a very heavy vibe, okay, Gemini? So for those of you who are resonating with this, it could be quite a heavy, I want to say a heavy vibe in the air between you and your person. You guys may not be actually communicating right now. It may be a lot of like sort of emotionally kind of feeling, vibing, intuitive feeling with each other. There's going to need to be a discussion at some point. How do you see the relationship? Interesting, because the relationship, your person sees it as a King of Pentacles. This is how they associate with the relationship. And you see a Five of Pentacles, and this is where it comes in. And this could be the money aspect. Because the Emperor is also about conquering and status and being the leader, but part of that also is kind of attaining a certain, like I said, status, right? And this also necessitates a certain level of financial status, right? And it could be just simply that Gemini, you may have been more specifically... well, if you're associating the relationship with the Five of Pentacles, and this is quite interesting as well, right? They're seeing it as a King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is kind of like the benefactor, right? He's the one who has the money bags. It could be, right, that your person may be the type of person who has a lot of money, right? They may have money and status, and it's through this comfort level that they have, that they're even able to have the spiritual path, right? I mean, how, you know what I mean? It could be that they're not really understanding you and seeing that you may be, because, and I say this because you're identifying with Five of Pentacles. So, Gemini, you may be feeling with this, feeling a little bit like you're not up to par financially with your partner. You see the relationship as a little bit of a financial disadvantage to you. You're the one who doesn't have as much status in a relationship. You're the one who's not really winning the power struggle financially. They are resonating with this kind of magnanimous King of Pentacles. I have money. I have enough money to be able to go on this pilgrimage and this spiritual kind of path. And you're feeling very much, I want to say, Gemini, you're probably feeling a little bit more like you're dealing with the difficulties of everyday life, the practicalities of everyday life, which in fact is very Emperor energy. Could be that this is where the judgment is coming in, right? For some of you, Gemini, you may be dealing with somebody who's making you, who might be taking a little bit of this kind of spiritual high ground, right? They may be kind of identifying with this spiritual kind of path that the hermit walks. And I want to say it could be not even so much that they're truly so spiritual, but they put on this air, right? Because for them to resonate with the Hermit and the King of Pentacles, they live certainly a very blessed life. They live a life that allows them to be able to dip out and not have to worry about abundance and finances, so they can take the time to do this kind of spiritual journey. Whereas you're working away over here, you're trying to make something happen. And so, yeah, you do see them as Temperance energy, I want to say. And this could also be in a very sarcastic way, because they certainly seem to maybe give you this feeling of like, you know, you may be dealing with them. They may be feeling very exasperated with you. They may be trying to make you feel like your insistence on money and wealth and trying to attain money and wealth is somehow not as spiritual as they are. You know, whereas you're kind of holding on to this, you may be very much holding on to this idea like, well, like I said, yeah, you feel this way, Hermit, because you have it. Where you don't have it, you must work towards attaining it. So it seems to be an unequal sort of dynamic when it comes to the finances, and it's making you feel some kind of way. And this really needs to be discussed, and certainly the guilt and the sort of the feeling of being judged needs to be discussed. And so now we understand the desire, you deserve love, because it could be that for some of you, this dynamic is making you feel that you are somehow not as worthy of love, you know, of attention, because of this kind of judgment that's being put on you. All right, guys, and romantic feelings is up, because for some of you, it could just very well be a case of coming together, discussing this, and really getting out your true feelings for each other, rather than being caught up in all of this kind of emotional and spiritual judgment that some of you may be going through right now. All right, guys, I'm going to call it. This is your mid-September sort of check-in on what's going on in your relationship, your love relationship. Of course, this is not going to resonate with all of you. This is a very specific message. May only resonate with some of you. If you want to check out the monthly reading, please go ahead to the description at the top, and you'll have a link to the monthly forecast for Gemini in love. If this resonated with you, please like the video, share the video, comment, all of that, subscribe. All of that really helps my channel to grow. And on the end screen, you should also be able to see a link to the main video. But for right now, guys, I'm just going to say, Gemini, have a wonderful rest of September. And I will see you at the beginning of October for the October love reading. Bye-bye, guys.